You wrote how many notes?
443 cards to each one of our graduating seniors in the class of 2025.
With graduation fast approaching, Mansfield Summit High School principal Jason Mutterer knew he wanted to do something extra special for his seniors. Why a handwritten note?
So I wanted them to be able to pull that out and be a reminder that there's something very special inside of them.
So in the week leading up to graduation, the teacher and basketball coach turned principal, affectionately dubbed Coach Mutt, spent hours after work learning about each graduate and writing notes by hand for all 443 of them, highlighting their individual achievements and encouraging them to share their light with the world. His moment came at this year's graduation.
I apologize, but these are my seniors.
Coach Mutt turning his back on the crowd to address the class of 2025 one last time.
Graduation is simultaneously an ending point, but it's also a starting point.
Before giving each a handwritten card along with their diplomas.
Eduardo.
Andrea.
Daniel, man.
Leaving students like Eduardo, Andrea, and Daniel stunned.
Thank you for pouring so much of yourself and for your leadership at Summit High School.
Thank you for being an important piece of our girls' track program.
Thank you for being an incredible leader on our campus.
How did it make you feel?
I was smiling the whole time reading that letter. Teared up a little bit again, but I was just in awe.
And he made every single one of us feel seen and loved that day.
What resonated with you most?
I always wanted to be able to be that person that people can count on. He appreciated me for my leadership.
Inside each envelope, the principal tucked a $1 bill. A reminder, he told them, of the difference a single act of kindness can make.
All those small acts of kindness, it can have like a ripple effect and evolve into something like bigger.
Hopefully, we get to pass it on one day and make other people feel important and appreciated.
Starting with their own Coach Mutt.
Thank you isn't enough, and there's no words that can suffice for the type of appreciation and love I have for him.
Sometimes school can be hard, even for the teachers and adults, and I appreciate him for being selfless and creating an environment for everybody to thrive.
Coach Mutt, we appreciate you. Definitely the best principal in the world.
And guys, you can see some of those notes in the crowd. Wave them if you got them. Yes, they are out here. Students tell me that they're going to hang on to them forever and are just so grateful for it and for their Coach Mutt. And mind you, these are students who woke up early during their summer vacation because they wanted to send this special message to say how much they appreciate him.
You got teenagers up at this hour in the summer. That's how much they love him. Priscilla, thanks so much. By the way, I want to shout out our friends at NBC5 Dallas-Fort Worth for bringing this story to our attention. And we are very happy to have Principal Jason Mutterer, better known as Coach Mutt, right with us here this morning.
What's up, Coach?
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Great story, man.
Thank you for having us.
I was watching you watch your students talk about you. What was hitting you so hard there?
They're my kids. They're my students. It's personal. I love my job, but I love my students even more. So to have them speak about the reason why I did that, it's exactly why I wrote them. I want them to know that we love them. And they're always welcome back to Summit High School.
Part of what's so incredible about this, they say to be loved is to be seen. You saw every single one of those kids, every single one of those students, and you yourself were seen by one of your teachers back when you were in high school. Is that what inspired you to do this, to do these notes?
Sure. So, Lori Raymond, I know you're watching this morning, so thanks and shout out to you. My government teacher as a freshman did that to me, but throughout my career, people have given me notes that inspire me. We all hit those moments in life where you need to figure out your why, and you refer back to those notes. And in education, those are golden nuggets that we take every day and they help push us forward.
How many seniors you have?
443.
What was the process of how long did it take you to write the notes?
So over a week, about 3 minutes per note, and just sat down with our program, commencement program, and just went straight down the list alphabetically. And
did you think about writing a form letter, like where you could just write "Dear Steve," and then everything else is written "Love Coach"?
But they were generic. That's what's incredible. Watching some of these students read these, they're about them and their own experience and what they did.
Because that's what it is. I mean, we do great things at Summit High School. It's not just Jason Mutterer. It's not just Coach Mutt. It's everybody on our campus, and I think it's important that people know that what you said and what our kids said is that they're seen every single day. In our society, we need to see kids and we need to pour into them, because then they're going to pass that on to the next generation.
So you obviously just did this for those kids. We saw you at commencement with your back to the crowd talking to those kids in such a powerful way. But it has inspired people across the country now. They say they're going to start doing this in their schools. Other educators say, what a great idea. What has it been like for you to watch this explode and become this viral sensation?
It's a random act of kindness, right? One small random act of kindness. And in a world that needs it right now, it's so important that other people take this and run with it and then pass it on to other people so that they can do the same thing. Because again, as I said, everybody goes through dark days.
What if one of the kids buys candy with the $1?
It's their $1.
What do you want them to do with the $1?
I want them to, that's up to them, right? That's their $1. If they pass it on to somebody else, like they talked about in that segment, that's awesome. If they keep it as a reminder that somebody loves them when they get old and they need that time, or if they want to spend it for candy, which is hard to get today in 2025, absolutely, that's welcome.
Well, you said it, so much of this, Coach, is about passing it and paying it forward. Your gesture certainly did that, and that's happened here because today on our plaza, hold them up, everybody. You got your letter? They've written thank you letters to you. Al. Where are you, Uncle Al?
Well, hey, we got some folks. What's your name?
Greg.
Greg, why don't you read your note to Coach Mutt?
Coach Mutt, wow, what an incredible person you are. You've already made a difference in so many lives by your actions. May the ripple effect of that move mountains. From the four of us back
well,
here.
Very nice. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Then let's head over here. What's your name?
Elaine.
Elaine, and what's your letter to the coach?
Coach Mutt, as a mom of 3 and a school nurse, your simple act of writing letters to your seniors is transforming. The time you took to get to know each child in addition to everything else is definitely noticed. More educators like you are needed in this world.
Wow, that's terrific. We really are going to give that to the coach. Coach, we're going to collect all of these in just a little bit, give them to you, but congratulations.
This is what should go viral, not as the couch gray or blue, but gestures like this. It's nice to see them catch on. Maybe it'll be a whole thing across the country.
Good news is
Thank you, Coach.
Viral. You are a credit to educators everywhere. Thank you for setting this example.
And there's a lot of people doing it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of educators who could sit here in my seat today. So we need to celebrate educators.
You represent them too.
Right.
Thank you, Coach Mutt.
Thank you.
So special to have you here. We appreciate that.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.